Let's have a closer look at a very special car today that unfortunately was never built. The Audi Quattro Spyder. Audi did an impressive transition during the 1980s from a quiet member within the VW group to an innovation leader with quattro, turbo technology, TDI diesel engines, fully galvanized bodies, aerodynamic records, and huge success in international motorsport. Audi wanted to compete with BMW and Mercedes in the top category and needed a big luxury limousine to do that. For Audi's technical director Ferdinand Piëch, who was the grandson of Ferdinand Porsche, it was clear that such a car needs to be designed from scratch and needs its own body. Additionally, Piëch was always interested in aviation and lightweight technology, as he impressively showed during his time at Porsche. The idea was that if Audi designs a luxury car from scratch, it has to have at least 8 cylinders, quattro all-wheel drive, and an aluminium body to still be lighter than the competition with 6 cylinders and rear-wheel drive. But mother VW did not approve of the so-called Audi 300 with a new body, and suggested that Audi should put the V8 engine in the Audi 100/200 steel body. The result of that was the Audi V8, which was unveiled in 1988. So now Audi had a car in the top category, but it was clear that for the second generation they would aim for a completely new body, preferably in aluminium. Meanwhile, Audi's technical development started other aluminium projects to further gain experience with body design and production planning. One of them was the Audi Quattro Spyder. The idea was to bring a flat sports car with innovative technology that would attract younger customers, improve Audi's image, and beat the current 911. So let's have a closer look at the technology. The Quattro Spyder is a mid-engine two-seater sports car with, as the name states, all-wheel drive. The drivetrain is a special one, and for Audi at the time, revolutionary. They used their compact and brand new naturally aspirated 2.8-liter V6 engine. This engine had 174 horsepower in other models, but should have had around 200 horsepower in the Spyder. The drivetrain was mounted transversely, which was special. Most other mid-engine cars at that time had the engine mounted longitudinally. So this was similar to the Lamborghini Miura, although the Italian V12 was sitting in the middle due to its length. The challenge for the Audi engineers was now to design a drivetrain that is compact and offers all-wheel drive at the same time. The solution was the standard Audi drivetrain, which is usually mounted longitudinally at the front of the car. They turned it 90 degrees and mounted it behind the passengers and in front of the rear axle. The front differential now became the mid differential of the Spyder. And since Audi's front diff is sitting in the middle of the drivetrain, it also sat in the middle of the Spyder, perfect for a center prop shaft. Another car that had a similar drivetrain was the Peugeot 205 T16, a car that Audi knew well from their Group B rally times. With this layout, the Quattro Spyder had no exposed gearbox behind the rear axle, a long wheelbase, and the rear overhang could be very short, while still providing good luggage space. As the name suggests, the roof could be taken off, and it's possible that you stored it at the back. The car had double wishbone suspension all around, and to realize a super low front, it even had a pushrod suspension with coilovers sitting in the center of the car. Something very unique for a production vehicle at this time. At the front, the car had an angled center radiator with an inflatable emergency wheel. That is smaller than a normal spare wheel, and so Audi could still design this low front end. Although on some pictures we can see a dent in the area of the spare wheel. Other interesting features we can see here are the single windscreen wiper, a fuel flap either side, the very elegantly hidden rear intakes, aerodynamic handles, and interesting panel splits. Audi presented the car at the 1991 Frankfurt Auto Show IAA together with the Audi A80 B4 and Audi 100 C4 Avant, and attracted such a huge interest that thousands of people blindly pre-ordered the car. So the big question is, why did Audi not produce the Quattro Spyder? Because the production, the machines and the tools for the car were already prepared, and even the sales brochures were already printed. Officially, Audi said the production costs of the car would be too high and they couldn't keep the price of around 100,000 DM. But internally, Pierre, now already CEO of Audi, explained the real reason of cancelling the project last minute. Audi learned with this project that just building a car in aluminium doesn't mean it's lightweight. The target weight for the Quattro Spyder was 1,100 kg. And at the end of the development, the weight was around 1,400 kg. So a massive 300 kg above target. So the 200 horsepower Quattro Spyder had the same weight like the Porsche 964, which had a steel body, and 250 horsepower. Since it was clear that the Quattro Spyder couldn't beat the 911, and it wouldn't show any benefits of using the expensive aluminium body, and Audi didn't have the time and money to redesign the car, Pierre cancelled the project before it was too late and saved the embarrassment. So in the end, only one Quattro Spyder was produced in orange. They then repainted it in dark green and then repainted it again in orange. Because of that, many think there are two cars, but there's only one, and you can see it in Audi's museum in Ingolstadt. But the Quattro Spyder was not for nothing. It attracted lots of new customers and put Audi on their radar. Audi learned their lesson with aluminium bodies and introduced the Audi A8 in 1994 with an aluminium space frame. So a different body structure than a steel body, to fully benefit from aluminium's properties. And the A8 fulfilled the dream of having a luxury car with all-wheel drive that is lighter than the competition with similar engines and rear-wheel drive. In addition to that, Audi tested using aluminium elements in the interior of the Quattro Spyder, to let the customers feel the new material and let them know they are sitting in something special. Something we will see later on in the Audi TT. And the massive attention of the compact sports car inspired Porsche to develop the Boxster. Although the Boxster is not an aluminium car, not really lightweight, but still became a prime example for an efficient sports car production. So let me know your thoughts on Audi's Quattro Spyder and consider becoming a B Sport Club member if you're interested in more videos like this. See you at the next video.